That sound was recorded 886 million miles from Earth. It is the sound of something falling through the sky of Titan, Saturn's largest moon, the only moon in our solar system with a real atmosphere, and the only world other than Earth where liquid pools on the surface. But the liquid is not water. For decades, we looked at Titan and felt something close to hope. Here was this golden world, wrapped in a thick atmosphere, shimmering like a lantern at the edge of the solar system. We called it Earth-like. We meant it as a compliment. It has rivers, it has lakes. It has rain that carves valleys into its surface. The same slow geological poetry that shaped our own planet. We looked at Titan and saw a reflection of something familiar. We were wrong. Titan does not want you. It is not hostile in the way Mars is hostile, or Venus, where the atmosphere would crush and roast you in minutes. Titan is hostile in a quieter way, like a place that looks exactly right until you realize everything it is made of will kill you. Welcome to the most deceptive world in the solar system. The rivers on Titan are real. They cut through rock the way rivers on Earth do, slow, patient, relentless. The valleys they carve have been forming for millions of years. From the air, in radar images, they look almost exactly like river deltas on Earth, the same branching shapes, the same sweep toward a shoreline. But if you reach down and put your hand in that river, you would not feel water. You would feel liquid methane, flowing at roughly -290 degrees Fahrenheit. Your hand would not just freeze, it would become brittle in seconds, a thing that shatters. The lakes near Titan's poles, Ligeia Mare, Kraken Mare, are seas of liquid ethane and methane large enough to navigate a ship across. Kraken Mare alone is larger than the Caspian Sea. And when it rains on Titan, it rains methane droplets the size of marbles, falling slowly in the low gravity, soaking into ground made of water ice as hard as granite. The rivers are not rivers. The lakes are not lakes. The rain is not rain. They are the scattered guts of a chemistry set that never learned how to make life. Or did it? Here is something that should not be possible. Molecules in sunlight do not last. Ultraviolet radiation tears them apart. This is chemistry you can test in a lab. Methane exposed to UV radiation breaks down. Quickly, irreversibly, gone. Titan's atmosphere is 98% nitrogen. The other 2% is mostly methane. That methane should have been destroyed billions of years ago. Every model, every calculation says the same thing. At Titan's current rate of methane loss to UV radiation, its supply should have run out within tens of millions of years. The solar system is 4.5 billion years old. The methane is still there. Something is refilling it, and we do not know what. The leading theory is cryovolcanism, ice volcanoes, erupting not with lava, but with liquid water and ammonia slurry from deep inside the moon, releasing trapped methane as they go. We have tentative evidence. We have candidate structures. We do not yet have proof. Titan is exhaling something. We do not yet know why it is still breathing. But here is where it gets genuinely strange. Titan's atmosphere does not just sit there. It is a chemistry engine. UV light breaks methane into fragments that recombine into more complex molecules, hydrocarbons, acetylene, ethane, benzene, and a class of compounds called tholins. Tholins are reddish-brown organic molecules. They are what gives Titan its distinctive amber color, and they rain down, constantly, for billions of years. The surface of Titan may be covered in a layer of tholins hundreds of meters deep in some places. Organic molecules, the building blocks of chemistry that, on Earth, eventually led to amino acids, led to proteins, led to us. A thunderstorm of tholins that would blanket the entire Earth in organic material. That is what Titan has been doing, quietly, for longer than complex life has existed on this planet. We have been looking at a factory, we mistook it for a landscape. And then there is what is underneath. Titan has a secret it keeps beneath roughly 60 miles of ice, a liquid water ocean. Not a theory. The evidence is strong. Titan's rotation wobbles in a way that only makes sense if its icy crust is not locked to a solid interior. Something liquid is down there, decoupling the shell from the core. A liquid water ocean, the one ingredient that, on every world we have studied, seems to be non-negotiable for life as we know it. So you have two chances on a single moon. On the surface, organic chemistry raining from the sky for billions of years. A prebiotic soup delivered by weather. Underneath, liquid water. Some scientists have asked whether a completely different kind of life could exist on Titan's surface. Not water-based life, but life that breathes hydrogen instead of oxygen, that uses liquid methane the way our cells use water. Life that would leave a specific chemical fingerprint, depleted hydrogen near the surface, acetylene that disappears faster than chemistry alone would account for. In 2010, 2 studies found exactly those signatures. The data is not conclusive. It is not proof, but it is the kind of data that keeps a certain kind of scientist awake at night. On January 14, 2005, a small probe called Huygens fell into Titan's sky. It had been traveling for 7 years. It had no way back. It was never designed to have one. For 2 hours and 27 minutes, Huygens descended through Titan's atmosphere, transmitting everything: temperature, pressure, wind speed, chemical composition, photographs. It was our first and only visitor to the surface of the outer solar system. It landed. It kept transmitting. For 72 minutes on the surface, it sent data back through its relay spacecraft Cassini, which was already moving away, following its orbital path, unable to wait. And then the relay window closed. Cassini moved past the horizon. Huygens, still transmitting on the surface of Titan, fell silent, not because it stopped working, but because there was no one left in range to hear it. It may still be there, on the surface of Titan, in the dark, under that orange sky, transmitting to an empty frequency. Titan showed no mercy. It simply continued. The Dragonfly mission is coming. A nuclear-powered rotorcraft, built to fly through Titan's thick atmosphere, landing at dozens of sites, analyzing the chemistry of the surface firsthand. It launches in 2028. It arrives in 2034. By the time Dragonfly touches down, we may finally know whether those chemical signatures mean anything. Whether the acetylene that disappears is being consumed. Whether something in that methane rain, in that organic snowfall, in those hydrocarbon seas, learned to use the chemistry it was given. We do not yet know what Titan is. It looks like a world we could understand. Atmosphere, rivers, rain, shorelines, seasons. All the grammar of a familiar planet, written in a language that will poison you if you breathe it. Beauty is still the ultimate trap, so keep watching Titan, because in 9 years we are going to find out what it has been hiding.